Well, hello everyone, it's a trading card collector with more Dragon Ball cards, and today I'm going to review for the first time this new set that is called the Dragon Ball Star set. Star comes from the name of the company. This is not a new company, but this is a new set. This company has released some previous sets known as like the blue Gogeta box or the yellow Gogeta box. They have released some cards in the past that used to be like a slightly larger boxes, and this is the third set that they do, right? So if we look at the set here in the bag, it's the LZO3. This is the third set. It has some very similar formats from previous sets, but it also has some very interesting improvements over them. This is a relatively small box when compared to the other sets, but it does have, I've already opened a few of these, it does have some very cool cards. Although these are not as thick as some of the other sets that we have reviewed in the past, definitely not as thick as the regular Chinese sets, but they're basically the thickness that you get on any Western set. And this one came out, it must have been about a couple of weeks or so ago. I have not had a chance to make any videos for this one yet, so I'm going to do it now. Now, I did order a couple of full cases of this, and as always, I do have this available on my Whatnot shop. The link is on the description for the video, including a $15 voucher for your first purchase if you sign up to the link that I have there. So I'm going to crack open one of these. I do have a lot of boxes. I'm going to crack open one of these, and we're going to basically just go through these cards and see what they look like. Before I do that, though, I also want to go through the card list. I do have a card list for this set. Unfortunately, it is not the highest quality, but we can get a sense of what you have on this particular set. So I'm going to quickly switch over to the side screen so I can start going through the card set. So I have it here. This is basically the flyer, right? The flyer that all of these sets normally come with a flyer, and this is the one for this particular set. As I mentioned, it is not super high quality, so apologies for that. I could not find one of better quality. But it's pretty straightforward. So you can see here we start with like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on up until 9. They basically list all the different cards that you can get. Now this set does not have any redemptions. Most of these Chinese sets normally they have some sort of redemptions, even if it's just a card binder. That is pretty common. This one does not. So there's not going to be such a thing as a redemption prize or even a box topper. We're going to get a combination of all these cards on every box. And yeah, this is basically a very quick reference guide where you have like number 1 and you have the SSPs over here, number 2, the SPs, number 3, CPs, number 4, also CPs with different colors, and so on. Right, so it's the very first page is basically a very quick reference just to go through all of that. Then it goes into the actual lists themselves. So you go on SSPs, which the number 1 before. SSPs, I don't actually think I've seen any of these yet. So I don't know how frequent they show up on the different cases. But these are SSPs. You can barely see, but you know there's going to be some pretty cool holofoil on this if we happen to pull one of those. We'll see if we do. And then it goes on from there. SPs, this is not a 1 per case warranty, the SPs, but you do have, I have seen a couple of these already, the SPs. Then the CPs. CP is another tier. You should see at least one of these on every box, one of these CPs. They have 2 different variations of the CP cards, and this is very similar to the previous sets as well, the blue Gogeta box, for example. They have the CP with the regular colors, like this one, and then they have the same cards, but like a negative color, right? So you can see they're exactly the same cards. So here we have the Evil Boo on regular colors, and then we have the negative version right here. So you should see at least one of these CPs from at least the normal coloring one per box, and some boxes will have one of each. Then we go into the URs. The URs, they sort of look like the base tier as well, but they do have some additional foiling details and additional treatment to them. Right, but this is the full set, by the way. So we have here 18 cards, 18 URs. That is the full set. This is a relatively easy set to master because it doesn't have super crazy difficult cards to pull, and these sets are not particularly big, right? So this one is just 18 for the URs, very doable. Right? You would normally, I think you would normally get maybe like 2 URs per box. Then we go into the LRs. LRs, these are a big hit. These are the manga cards. Right? You have all the different chapter or tankobon covers over here from different original volumes. This one is larger, and normally you're only going to get one of these per box. Right? So this is probably going to be one of the harder ones to pull together, because you have a fair amount of them, right? A fair amount of the manga ones. But the manga cards are always a big hit. People love the manga cards, with good reason, because they look pretty awesome. SSRs, we're going to have two different SSR tiers as well. You can barely see it here because of the quality of the card list of the flyer. But above this SSR icon, there's like a little star. So this is like the special SSR. So you have the SSRs with the star on top. The difference is impossible to appreciate here, but they just have a lot more holofoil treatment to them. They look really cool. I think we might pull two of these SSR stars, or one on every box. And then we have the same SSRs, same image, but with a bit less treatment, right? You can see the SSR logo is different. It doesn't have the star on top. And then we go into the base tier proper. The base tier proper, there's going to be three different rarities. One of them is the GR, and you have these, I think like maybe 27 cards here. Didn't count them. But you have all these cards, all these images with the gold manga background, right? And those are the GRs. And then you have the SRs, which is the same image with a manga background, but it's not gold. This one is black and white. And there's a third tier that is not listed here, which is a TSR, which is also the same as this one's, but they have like transparent cards and also look very cool. We're going to be seeing one of those. I do think there might be another tier of two that is not actually listed on this card list. Sometimes they're not complete. So we'll see if we pull them. But yeah, this is the card list, and as always, this is going to be published on the Discord server. So I'm going to have that on the card list section of the Discord server. If you want to peruse the card list at your own pace, then that's possible afterwards. So now, with that done, let's crack open one of these. So this is this box is all from my first case. There should be number. Yes, it's like number 30. That one is number 13. This one is number 11. So those are number because I sell them on Whatnot, I will typically just number all of them and let people just basically pick whichever number they want. So let me just crack open this one. For example, number 11. I'm gonna go through it. I'm gonna open this one. And we will see what they pull. This box is pretty light. It's not like the hard cardboard that we've pulled in the past. And that one, I just opens like that. So it's pretty simple. And yeah, so pretty, very basic. So nothing special about these boxes. Not a kind of box that you would want to keep, unlike some of the other ones like the Akira Toriyama, or, in general, like any other Chinese sets. And we have 10 packs per box. And let's see what we pull. So one at a time. There should be 3 cards on every pack. A couple of them from the base tier. One of them could be something else. All right. 4 cards. Sorry, I stand corrected. 5. Oh, okay. No, 4. The transparency on this one threw me off for a second. So we have 4 different cards. You can see because of the back. The back, all of them is different. All right. And let's see. So we start with SR. This is as base as you get. Right. So these still have some treatment on them. So it's not a plain card. It is pretty thin, though. If you can see, it's just the regular thickness of a card, like a Western card set. It does have some holofoil. This is the base set, and that is SR27, which, if I'm not mistaken, is probably the last one in the set. So these are the most common tier, the SRs. Then we have, this is the one that I mentioned earlier that looks like the SRs, but it has a transparency, right? This one is the Bulma. It still has the manga background. It's just fully transparent, right? So these look very, very cool. This is something they have not done on the previous sets. So this one, like the base set, this did exist on the previous set, basically in the same manner, right? So you would have a regular card, regular foil treatment, and that's it. Now they have added this TSR tier that has a transparency and has like some rainbowy holofoil effect over there as well. I think the focus is being thrown out of whack because of the transparency. But yeah, this is new to this set. They have not done that before, and it looks very cool. Now we have, oh, look at that. So we have our very first SSR star card. All right, so as you can see, so this SSR star has lots more treatment than your base card, and that looks really cool. You look at all the energy waves around. Here you have an SS Goku, looking pretty awesome. And that is one SSR star, might be the first one that we pull out of probably two in the case. We'll see. And then we have a GR. GR is the secondary tier, same as the SRs. So these ones are basically going to look the same, with the exception that the background is going to be gold, and that banner over there is going to be gold. But other than that, should be like the same treatment, same images as the SRs. All right, put that, avoid the glare over there. All right, so that's what you get in one pack. We have 9 more to go. Let me just put the box here for effect. Box and packs. Pack number 2, I believe we're always going to see one SR, one GR. So here's our SR, here's our base set. The manga in the background, this is the original Japanese manga. I don't know if you can see it, but that is the original Japanese manga as well. So that is Japanese. So we have an SR Videl, a second TSR with Kid Goku. This is the one with the transparency. Still the very cool manga in the background. Let me just put that over there so we can see it properly without the focus losing it. But yeah, very cool manga in the background and the full transparency effect. And this is a new addition to this particular set, and it's very, very cool. And here we have, oh, this one's special, TSSR Star. This also was not in the card list. So this is same as a TSR, well, an extra S for special, and it has a little star on top as well. So this also has a transparency effect, but a lot more treatment as well. So this tier also was not in the card list, but that one is also special. This is not a warranted on every box. Sometimes you will get one of these, sometimes you will get something else. But that one special, yeah, that's something that you would not normally get. And then one GR. GR, that's a base tier with the gold background. So this 2 GR and SR should be very easy to put together. If you get like a few boxes, you should be able to put those sets together very easily, as well as the TSR, because you're also going to get a lot of TSRs on every box. Box number 3. So here we have a Kaioshin SR as a base tier, and we have a oh, sorry, I skipped one. Base tier for the SR Kaioshin. And now we have a Yamcha, a transparent Yamcha. This is that white background to appreciate it better. One more TSR. So far, yeah, we're getting one of those in every box, one of those in every box, one of those in every box, which I think is how it goes. And here we go with the first CP. This is one of the negative color CPs. Negative color CPs with Goku, Dead Goku, has a halo, Gohan, and Goten. Although it says Kakaroto Goku, Son Gohan, Son Goten, right there in Japanese. So that is a negative CP. So I believe that this means that we should be getting a regular color CP as well, but we will see. All right, so we have that CP. Let's put that one over there. And then we have one more GR, again, base tier, gold background GR with the Yamcha. Let's open the next one. And it seems that it's also the same configuration. You have one SR, the SR at the top, and the GR at the bottom. And the TCP so far has always been the second. TSR, Muten Roshi, TSR. And then we have, the first SSR with the chubby Gotenks. The chubby Gogeta. The chubby Gogeta, and this one is SSR. It doesn't have, as you can see, it doesn't have the holo effect, the refraction effect, and the SSR logo or the star. So this is a regular SSR. And we haven't really opened, and this one is the star SSR. There you go. Yeah. So now there's a difference. Like obviously the one with the star has a lot more going on for it. They both have very cool holo effects, but the SSR with the star has a bunch more, right? And even the rarity down here, LZ03, that's the name of the set, well, the series of the sets. And the rarity down here does have the star on the second one. SSR1 with the star before that, and SSR15 without. I think we should have one more SSR at least. I think one more SSR with the star too. And the GR, gold background Goku, with the mangas. Next up, we have one more. Well, we're going to open all of them. All right, Android 19. SSR base tier with Android 19. And the TSR with Nappa. And our special card this pack is going to be, an SP. SP on the martial arts tournament, when Goku rejoins all of his friends about to face off against Piccolo Jr. This is when he goes through the growth spurt, right? After a 3-year gap, and then he grows from like a little kid to like a tall grown adult with the umbrella and everything. SP, these are not 100% warranted on every box. And because we got this one, I think that means we are not going to open another CP. We did open this one, the negative one, but I think that means we will not open a second one with the regular colors. We still have the manga left though. We have five packs left. Let's go grab one from the bottom now. We have 5 packs left. And the configuration, as you can see, is always the same, right? So we have one SR on top, then one TSR, then one special card, and then one GR on the bottom. Mr. Satan is going to be a GR. TSR is our Krillin TSR. I do love the manga in the background. That's from the first martial arts tournament. SSR star number 2. The second SSR star. So look at all that foil and glittery effect right there. SSR star with Majin Buu right there. So we got 2 of those. And then the GR base set with the Bulma Goku. Alright, and we have 4 packs left. The SR with Android 18. TSR, Raditz. And the manga. Here we go. The mangas are the big chases for everyone. LR33. The manga one. So they look the same, like same thickness and everything. It's just like, in general, anything that is manga related tends to be very chased after. This one has front and back. The mangas and the Gokus. There you go. There's a manga. I have not seen this one yet. But you do only get one of those on every box. So that's going to be probably one of the things that's going to take the longest to put together. And then we have the GR with Kaioshin. let's take a look at the final 3 packs. What could we get in the final 3? This should be like another SSR. This should be a UR. We have not seen that one yet. And one of something else. SR Android 17. TSR with Piccolo Jr. Also the image from when he first shows up at that martial arts tournament. Same as this one, same as that SP. If you recognize that from the manga. And a TUR. Right, this is another tier that was not in the card list, if I recall correctly, the TUR. So they have a lot more mirror-like surface. There is also, I believe, a TUR star tier. But as you can see here in the back, it's like a mirror-like surface in the back. And very, very cool, very clean image in the front, the TUR. Almost like glass-like. So very, very cool set of cards right there. And then we had, the final one was that GR with Majin Buu. And we have 2 left, so let's see if I was accurate in my prediction that we should have 1 SSR and 1 UR. SR with Android 16 and a TSR with Tenshin Han and his 4 arms. Although, you know, technically this is not quite correct. I mean, yeah, I was looking at the his scar on the chest, because when he does the 4 arms, he should already have the fresh scar on his chest from Tao Pai Pai, which I didn't think was that straight, but I suppose that's it. So I was going to call out, this is a potential mistake where he has 4 arms without a scar. Should not be possible. But I guess that's like a tiny scar there. There you go, that's a UR. So far I was right. Let's see, the final pack does contain an SSR. But this is the first UR in the box. I do believe you will get 1 UR on every box as well. So you can see there's also a lot more going on this card than the rest. And then a GR with the gold background on Broly. And okay, final pack here. Final pack of the box. 10 packs per box, 4 cards per pack, 40 cards total. There is no such thing as a box stopper on this set. So all the cards are sort of the same. SSR with Perfect Cell. We have not seen any dupes as well, which is always good. Sometimes, it doesn't happen often, but sometimes you do get the same card twice in one box, which sucks. And this one has not happened. I don't think I've seen it happen in any of the boxes I've opened. TSR with Chaos and SSR. There you go. I was correct. SSR with Piccolo. Piccolo SSR. And then we'll close with the Goku. Goku GR with the very first manga story. And those panels in the back are also from the first chapter of the manga. And there we go with SSR number 2. And there you have it. That is a full box of this set of Dragon Ball Star. It's Star Pictures, which is a company. So this set is basically known as a Dragon Ball Star. So what did we get? Well, we got a couple of these SRs, you can see here. So the Majin Buu and the Goku, these have very cool foil treatment. And so far in my experience, you will always get 2 of these SSR stars per box. As you will a couple of regular SSRs without the star. So again, these sets are the same, the images are the same on both. It's just like the treatment and the logo is going to differ a bit. You will get at least always one of those CPs. In this one, we only got a negative CP. But there should be also one with the regular colors. We got 1 TUR. I do not believe these are 100% warranted, so this is some of the extra ones that you might or you might not get. You're always going to get something on the same sort of tier and rarity. It just might be something else. And again, I do believe, I'm not 100% certain right now, but I do believe there are TUR star cards as well. Here we have the TSSR star, which should be the same images as the TSRs, just with a lot more treatment on them. This is also, I believe, new from this particular set. They didn't have it on the previous two. Of course, we have the manga. The manga is a big chase for people. People do love the manga card. There's a lot of these, though. This is number 33. One of those in every box. The SR, the SPs, not guaranteed that you're going to get one of these in a box. Right, but these are like landscape, like so. Also with like a cool framing. I do like the logo and the Shenron just going around. And we also got one UR with the trunks. Also very cool image. And then we have the base sets, right? The base sets, the SSRs and the GRs, which are the same images with a different color background, and the TSR, which are new from this set. Also the same images as those base sets, but with the transparency. Very cool addition. And you get 10 of these, right? 10 of these because there's going to be one on every box. So if you're unlucky with like 3 or 4 boxes, you should be able to master the TSR set, the SR set, and the GR set. The other ones, of course, are going to be a lot harder if you want to master them. That's when you want to trade or just buy singles as well. Okay, well, there you have it. So that is the set for Dragon Ball Star. Again, the card list is going to be available on the Discord server if you want to peruse it at your own pace, if you want to go through the rarities. Although, as you saw, it is not 100% complete. There are some tiers that are not listed there. And these boxes are available on my Whatnot shop. I have opened a bunch of them over there already. If you want to buy some, feel free to go there through the link on the description or join any of my live streams on Whatnot. That's going to be it for today. This is the Trading Card Collector. Thank you for watching. See you next time.